Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's Scootsy16 here with the Chem Lock League, and the Outlaws just, I don't know what they're doing, but they are not playing baseball, that's for sure. We are 1-4, one of two teams that have yet to win two games, and we just got completely demolished by the Reapers. We absolutely were reaped and sent to the Shadow Realm after a 10-3 loss in Red Rock Park, and now we head home for a two-game set against the Marauders before we welcome in the Dirt Dogs, a team that we ended up winning against in the playoffs last year. But we're not going to look that far ahead because we just need to figure out how to win a second game. It has been a really, really rough year so far for the team in so many different ways. When pitching's working, our offense doesn't work. When our offense is working, sometimes our pitching doesn't work. Sometimes neither is working at all, and so we just have to figure things out. But we're going to be bringing Madden Zimmerman to the mound to face off against Mara Esparza, who has not given up a run yet in the play or in the regular season, and I'm guessing just the one start that she had so far. So she pitched really well her first time out. We'll see what happens this time. Doing a quick little set of the. I don't need Babshishin to sit out. Tony Centercut will stay locked in and left. Hensley DHing. Caroline Dealer will not get the start. It'll be Dalton Babshishin. Justice Cologne at first. Rakantana at second. Braden Sorelli in right. B. Buck behind the plate. Yeah, I'll keep him out there. Ramon Lee at shortstop, and then Cannon Avery at third. I'm actually going to substitute Saul Ferguson for Ramon Lee. Saul went 1 for 2 last time. Ramon Lee went 1 for 2, but he has been struggling for most of the season, so I'm going to give him a day off. And I might do the same for B Buck after this one. So I'm going to do Braden Sorelli after sitting and then getting that contact boost. I'm going to see what happens at the top of the order again. And I'm going to go back to our old ways. So I am going to move everybody down in the order one, and then we'll do. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. So Sorelli will lead off and right, followed by Dalton Babshishin. Tony Centercut is locked in and left. Rock Quintana at second base. Elias Hensley DHing. Justice Cologne at first. Saul Ferguson at short. Cannon Avery at third. And then B. Buck will be behind the plate for Madden Zimmerman, who didn't pitch too well. I am going to bring in, let's keep our home uniforms and let's play ball. Back to Tiger Den, and the crowd is starting to get a little irritated. The fans have spoken their mind. They have set expectations that we should be reaching the championship series every year after 2 years of doing it to start off the Chem Lock League, and to go 1-4 through the first 5 games is completely unacceptable. And if I don't choose to walk away, I'm probably going to get fired after this performance from this team if it keeps up this way. So Musty Acevedo will get the leadoff spot for the Marauders against Madden Zimmerman. He has contact versus lefties at tier 2, and that's going to pay off for him as he gets a base hit into left field for a leadoff single to start this game. Musty Acevedo standing at first base, and Marcel Vincent, a pitcher or a batter that I was eyeballing a lot over the offseason to try and bring in. Tier 2 outside pitch, Tier 2 bad ball hitter, batting .250. Runner takes off, and B. Buck gets the out there, and I hope that was a mojo boost for him. 0-2 count, and K Collector activates, pops one foul, runner thrown out at second base, and that's going to be a grounder to Avery. Tosses to first for out number 2. We did not see Noodle Arm activate there. I'm really curious. It's at tier 2, so it's not debilitating, but Noodle Arm, essentially what it does is that ball hit hard to center field, and it's going to get off the wall. Dalton Babshishin cannot get his glove up there, but he does get the ricochet very quickly. And now Havoc Sandman, who has wreaked havoc on our pitching staff in the past, will come up. RBI Hero at tier 2 not activated. Neither is Ace Exterminator, which is tier 3, terrifying. And 0-2 count here. K Collector activates for Madden Zimmerman. Good speed over at first base. Chases strike 3 and a mojo drop for Sandman as Madden Zimmerman is able to give up 2 hits without allowing anything to come across. And we head to the bottom of the first. Newly boosted contact for Braden Sorelli. Also got 1 power on a random roll. We'll see the plate against Mara Esparza. Tough Out activates immediately after 2 pitches. And there's a base hit as he does the same thing that the Marauders do and gets a base hit to lead things off. Standing on first base for Dalton Babshishin, who had a tough game last time but is batting .636 on the year. Good speed over there at first base. Not great, just good. Okay, arm behind the plate. That's a 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Esparza. 2-1 count here as he fouls 1 back. And that's another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Now Composed activates for Esparza. 3-1 count and gets the strike there. So full count for Babshishin, and he's going to push one to Wallace, Bellotto to Sandman. It's a double play. So we clear the base paths pretty quickly there, and now Tony Centercut will come up with 2 outs. Locked in, as he usually is, as long as he's not running the bases. First pitch ball. Fastball that shatters his bat, and that's going to be out number 3 as Esparza was able to avoid the pieces of bat flying at her to focus on getting over to first base and get the out to on the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for her. And now Madden Zimmerman back out on the mound. First pitch swinging against Alec Planner. I guess Madden Zimmerman. Alec Planner lines out to third base. Alden Samail comes up. Yet to get a hit, a home run, or an RBI. So all of those things are about to happen. Okay, I was going to say. Nice catch from Babshishin as he catches that one right off of the shoe tops. And that's out number 2. Chirp Wallace batting .286 with an RBI. Will get brushed back as he almost got kneecapped. And sends one into right center field deep, and it's going to carry, and it's going to get out of here right into the first row as Sorelli couldn't get there in time to even make an attempt at it, but it's going to be a solo shot for Chirp Wallace. I called it 1 batter too early, and it is 1-0. And oh no, here he is. Giovanni Mays comes up, batting .333, home run, or no home runs, and 2 RBIs on the year. Former Outlaw gets a base hit with 2 outs to keep the inning alive for the Marauders. So he's standing on first base. I forgot that he went to the Marauders. So no speed over there at first base, and Nahi Bradshaw comes up. Not much power of contact, but great speed there. And Madden Zimmerman already at pitch 20 here in the second inning. And that's a 2-1 count here to Bradshaw. Takes ball 3 outside, so 3-1 now with 2 outs, and pops one foul. So full count with 2 outs, the runner will go. And dribbles one to third base. Cannon Avery, noodle arm activates, but that was not very impactful. I'm reading those noodle arm throws to see, is that going to make a difference if we decide to keep it? I don't know. That didn't seem like it was that impactful. Essentially what noodle arm does is it just it lessens the throw. It doesn't like throw into the ground. It's not wild thrower. But tier 3 would really impact the strength of the throw. Tier 1 barely impacts it. 2-2 count here for Quintana. And he stays alive, fouling that one off. And pulls that off-speed pitch out of play. So 2-2 again. And takes strike 3 at the top of the zone. Gosh, darn it, Rock. Goes down, strikeout. And here comes Elias Hensley with 1 out and nobody on. And Esparza has to be careful. Gets an off-speed pitch, but it's high in the zone, and he hits it off the end of the bat and right to Bellotto at shortstop. Justice Cologne comes up with Ace Exterminator activated. We really haven't seen that much this year. Takes a first pitch strike. Ball low and inside. And there's a fastball, but it goes right to Bellato as she tried to time it up, but I think she was still far ahead of it. And 1-2-3 inning for Esparza against the Outlaws offense, which, yeah, has been pretty disappointing. We've had one game that we've scored more than 3 runs. Musty Acevedo, the number 1 hitter, comes up to the plate for the second time here in the 3rd inning against Madden Zimmerman. And sends one to deep right field. Misplayed by Sorelli. Runner going for second decides to hold up and probably would have made it safely. But instead, Acevedo will get a second single of the day. And it is 1 on, no outs for Marcel Vincent. And Zimmerman not having his normal day. B-Buck sends it to second. And for the second time, Acevedo gets caught stealing second base. And nice throwing from B-Buck. I don't know if his mojo is back to neutral after the first time he picked off the runner. 3-1 count here, and that's going to be a strike at the bottom of the zone. Being very careful here. K-Collector activates on a full count, and there's ball 4. So Vincent takes ball 4, standing on first base with 1 out. Number 60. Dipper Bellato comes up, locked in, 1-for-1 with a single. The shortstop has really great attributes, but we'll see what he does here as he dribbles one to shortstop. Ferguson only can go to first base, and that's going to drop Bellato back to drops back down to neutral mojo, and now we see Havoc Sandman with tier 2 RBI hero with a runner on second base with 2 outs. He's tense, so that RBI hero trade helping to boost his attributes back up. 3-0 count here for Zimmerman against Sandman. He swings at 1, so that's going to be a foul for a strike, and then sends it up the middle for a base hit. Runner is turning around third, going home, and they're not going to cut it, and not in time. Just ahead of the tag is Bellato scoring from second base, and Havoc Sandman wreaks havoc once again. Another run scores, and that's going to be a tense Madden Zimmerman now. After allowing that second run. Runner takes off for second. Nice throw from B-Buck, and that's going to be out number 3. But 2 runs come across over the last 2 innings. A solo shot in the second inning, and then that single from Havoc Sandman. And the Outlaws are losing 2-0, which means that this game you could probably say is in the books. As the Outlaws, this is an insurmountable lead for them. 2-1 count here for Ferguson. Getting his first at-bat of the day here in the 3rd inning. Full count. And pulls a low pitch foul. And pops that one foul out of play down the right field line. Do it again. And gets a low pitch, but he does not get much contact on it. And misplayed by Esparza. And that's going to allow Saul Ferguson to reach on the error from the pitcher. We know that it happens probably more often than it should. But Esparza, who was locked in, drops back down to neutral mojo after the error. And we have a runner on first with no outs for Cannon Avery. Takes a strike there, 2-1 count. Swings through strike 2, low and outside. 35th pitch for Esparza is a pop-up to right field. And it looks like it's going to be caught by Wallace for out number 1. As that ball hung up just too long. And so runner on first retreats, and B-Buck will come up. 417 average on the year, no home runs, 3 RBIs, fastball hitter activated. Swings through the fastball, way outside. Gets an off-speed pitch that he pulls foul, so he falls behind 0-2. And which is not. Checks his swing, but that pitch caught the corner, and that's out number 3. So B-Buck goes down looking. Braden Sorelli, 1-for-1 with a single. 2 outs and a runner on first. Ball high, 100 miles an hour. And that ball way ahead of it, pulls it foul. So 1-1 count here. And pushes 1 foul this time. So tough out activates for Sorelli. Takes ball 2 inside. That just missed. 2-2, 2 outs. Ball 3 outside, full count. Runner will be going on the pitch. Composed activated. And dribbles that one down up the middle. Bellato will scoop that and toss it to first, out number 3. So another quiet inning for the Outlaws. Madden Zimmerman has been struggling, giving up 6 hits and 1 walk. Has allowed 2 earned runs. And he's still tense here in the 4th inning. 42 pitches already. That ball gets away from B. Buck, but no harm. And that ball lines right to Justice Cologne for out number 1 on a line. Alden Smile 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be it for Madden Zimmerman. Gets pulled for Dane Rollins, the only pitcher that our manager likes to go to. And Rollins not full stamina here, so he won't be able to do his normal outing. But he gets a strikeout on 3 pitches against Smile, and he's not smiling as he heads back to the dugout there. And now here comes Chirp Wallace, who's 1 for 1 with a solo home run back in the 2nd inning. So Dane Rollins does not want to give up that pitch to Chirp Wallace again. Fouls that one off, so it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Swings through strike 2. Nice pitch from Rollins there. And stays alive, making contact there and fouling it back. 1-2, and another foul. We'll do it again. 1-2, and we'll stay in alive here. Chirp Wallace trying to fight this one off as much as he can. Takes a ball inside, does not chase. And that ball was about to drop into the zone, had to play defense there and fouls it back, and then chases that one just on the corner for strike 3. Nice pitching from Dane Rollins in relief of Madden Zimmerman. Madden pitched decent, he didn't have his greatest stuff, but he also only gave up 2 runs. And I would say in most circumstances, that's enough to get your team a win. We'll have to see what the offense can do against Esparza, who's been pitching really well. 0-2 count against Babshishin, pulls one foul. Just trying to stay alive here. Takes ball outside. Good eye there. And, makes good contact, but late and pushes it foul out of play. We'll do 1-2 again. And that time, the inside, but pops it foul. Stays low and inside for a ball. 2-2. Babshishin takes strike 3, and Esparza's pretty pumped as she feels really good about that one. That pitch was a really good spot, and she's able to make Babshishin look like a fool. And now Tony Centercut looking to see what he can do in the bottom of the 4th here with 1 out against Red Hot Esparza. Still at neutral mojo somehow, though. That error she had in the last game in the last inning was pretty debilitating. 2-2 for Centercut. Takes ball low. Full count here. Composed activates for Esparza. 58th pitch. Oh, my God, and he hit it hard, but pulls it foul. We'll do it again, and this time it's a fastball. He sends it to right field, so it's going to be a base hit with 1 out for Tony Centercut. That might be it for Esparza. We'll see if she's going to face off against Rock Quintana, who has struck out for 3 times in like the last 4 or 5 at-bats. She will stay in. Rock gets the off-speed pitch, but watches it go out of the zone. Takes a ball inside, so now 2-0 count. Takes a fast pitch for a strike. 2-1 here for Rock. Takes a ball inside, so 3-1 count, and this is right where he wants it to be. Composed activates, and she is exhausted. Collects herself, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit, so our 2 MVPs are able to get on base, and now it's time to turn to newly acquired Elias Hensley. He has been one of our better producers this year, despite batting .267. And they pull Rock Quintana for Liliana Fowler, who will be a pinch runner at first base for the speed. 1 out, Esparza tired. Ball low. Elias Hensley, 1 swing away from making things different here, and he gets it down the line. Havoc Sandman makes a nice play, diving up the line, preventing that from going into right field, and is able to get it to Esparza, who catches it this time for out number 2. And now Gertie Vaughn comes in to replace Esparza with runners on 2nd and 3rd. And now Justice Cologne looking to see what she can do here to help her team out. Gets a strike called that drops into the zone. Takes a strike now. 1-2 count for Vaughn. Takes strike 3. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so sick of watching our offense completely roll over like this. And now Rock is out. Who replaces him? It's going to be Braden Sorelli. They put at second base. Liliana Fowler will stay in to go to left field. Or to right field? Or they moved, God, I don't even know. I guess I would have, Giovanni May strikes out there, so thankfully we don't see him make an impact in this one. Anai Shah comes up. So I think Liliana Fowler stayed in right field. And Braden Sorelli is standing on second base right now. And that gets blooped into right field. And coming in is Liliana Fowler. She is actually in right field. Catches that for out number 2. How did Justice Colon just take that pitch right down the middle for strike 3? Musty Acevedo almost gets through. And oh, what a play from Justice Colon scooping that one. Also, great play from Cannon Avery, who dives to his right, Magic Hands, or dives to his left, Magic Hands helps him get that one. And then he gets up and tosses a low ball to first base, but scooping it is Justice Colon to get out of the inning. Gertie Vaughn with no accuracy, not much junk, and oh my God, what was that from Saul Ferguson? Oh, I'm so frustrated. 2-1 count. Gets a low pitch, he pulls it foul, so it's 2-2. Takes ball inside, full count here for Ferguson, takes ball 4. So there's that low accuracy. And I guess maybe that's what Justice was worried about. She thought there's no way that he's going to throw a pitch right down the middle, and then he did. I don't know. Here comes Cannon Avery. All outside there. High pressure here, and Tier 2 clutch helps out Gertie Vaughn. Strikeout. Gets the strikeout against the high contact Cannon Avery, who just takes strike 3. B-Buck now in extreme pressure. Okay, speed over first base, 1 out for B-Buck. Takes strike 1. Fastball hitter activated. Gets a fastball, but pushes it foul. Falls behind 0-2. Swings through strike 3. Gertie Vaughn looking like a fucking all-star out there. Braden Sorelli, 1 for 2 with a single. Gertie Vaughn now locked in and clutch activates in a max pressure situation. Here in the bottom of the 5th, easy jumps activated to help out the runner that won't be running this time, of course, because why would we run when we have easy jumps? 0-2 count. They check on the runner over at first base. Gets back safely. Tough out activated for Braden. Takes the ball high. Ball low and inside. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Runner on first. Checks on the runner again. Safe. And that's the second disengagement. And makes contact there. Just pushes it foul. Made a last-minute decision to swing at that one. Runner takes off. Down the foul line, fair, and that's going to get all the way into the corner. Misplayed it as Alton Smile, and Braden Sorelli's heading to third base, and the runner is going to score easily as it pulled the third baseman off the bag, and Braden Sorelli with one of his signature moves, the triple, as he is going to keep this game alive for just a little bit longer. And now Dalton Babshishin comes up with a runner on third base, and they're going to score, and Dalton Babshishin comes up big. Our 1-2 hitters wake up finally. At some point in their lives they got to, and now he is standing on first base. Tony Centercut comes up. Bash Lowry will replace Gertie Vaughn off the mound. Bash, with no traits, is not allowed a run to score yet. Pitching really, really well so far this year. Checking on the runner at first, is back safely. 2 outs. First pitch strike here. Ball outside. 1-1 count for Centercut. Runner takes off, taking it all the way, and weak arm from Giovanni Mays allows the runner to reach second base. Max pressure, 2-2 count, 2 outs. Tony Centercut strikes out swinging to end the inning, and Bash Lowry ends the threat. Marauders come up. Game tied 2-2. We did have big opportunity from the Outlaws offense to finally wake up, and at the the most critical time they could have, triple from Braden Sorelli, and then the single from Dalton Babshishin ends up allowing us to get back in this one. A line out to third for out number one, and Dane Rollins getting tired, looking to see if he can get through this the top of the sixth, see if he can give his team a chance to win this one in walk-off fashion. 1-2 count here against Bellato. Bellato takes ball two inside, so 2-2. Max pressure with one out, fouls one off here. Dane Rollins is locked in, but very tired now. And that ball gets away from him there. Full count now. And that ball gets pulled foul, and this has got to be the last at bat for Dane. That ball mashed into center field. It's going to get caught. Oh, my God. Dalton Babshishin, nice range. Reaches up and catches that. I thought that was bouncing off the wall for sure. I thought even there was a chance that it was going to squeeze into that corner for a home run. Colton Ryan comes in to face off against Havoc Sandman. So no more Ace Exterminator activated. 0-2 count immediately with two outs. And swing through strike three, Colton Ryan against Havoc Sandman puts him down swinging on three pitches. And now we head into the bottom of the sixth with a chance for the Outlaws to fight back and win this one in walk-off fashion. It's going to start with Liliana Fowler, who gets replaced by Ramon Lee. Ramon Lee coming in for his bat. Was sitting on the bench after he's been struggling offensively all year. And he gets a base hit to center field, and Marcel Vincent will get it in, but a leadoff single for Ramon Lee will get things started in the bottom of the sixth inning. Max pressure here, and Elias Hensley 0 for 2 today. Looking to find either that four-seam fastball or a pitch up in the zone. Bash Lowry throws first pitch ball. And there's a high pitch, but he swings through it for strike one. 1-1 count. Gets the fastball high, and he fouls it back. Just misses it. 1-2 count, and there's a fastball, and it's going to ground to second base. And it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And we get down to two outs, and Justice Cologne comes up batting 333 on the year. One solo home run is to her name, and she's 0 for 2 today. Swings at the first pitch and sends it into left field for a base hit. So a two-out base hit for Justice Cologne, and the Outlaws stay alive for a little bit longer. 0 for 1 with a walk. Max pressure still. Saul Ferguson will try and see what he can do. Low pitch would be really wonderful here. Justice Cologne takes off, and oh my God, what an easy steal that was. She had a great jump on Bash Lowry and swings through that one. 1-1 count here for Saul. Saul takes strike two low in the zone, so 1-2 count, two outs, and takes strike three. It's right where you want it, dude. Swing the fucking bat. Holy shit. And we go to extra innings, which, if you've been following this season, does not mean good things for the Outlaws. Our pitching, Caroline Dealer will come in and replace Ramon Lee, who gets pulled and gives up a base hit up the middle. Colton Ryan will be working with a runner runner on first to start the top of the seventh here. Alden Smile 0 for 2 today. Will come up in this max pressure situation. Colton Ryan looking to see what he can do. A ground ball would be wonderful here. Gets two strikes to start this at bat. No outs, runner on first, and gets strike three. That one catches the corner. Alden can't do anything but turn around and head back to the dugout, and he was pretty upset with that one. Chirp Wallace, who got the scoring today, started with a solo home run, 1 for 2. Takes ball one inside. Colton Ryan gets that pitch out over the plate, and he swings at it, pulls a foul. Runner takes off, and that's going to be pulled foul, so the hit and run fails. 1-2 count, and stays inside, ball two. 2-2 count, and swinging through that is strike three. Chirp Wallace goes down swinging, and oh boy, not what I want to see right now. Giovanni Mays will come up 1 for 2 with a chance to help his team against his former team, and he pops it up. Oh, Colton Ryan, nice pitching here in the top of the 7th, is able to get out of it after giving up a base hit to start the inning, and now we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be 8-9-1 for the Outlaws. Cannon Avery will start the offense for the Outlaws, taking a first pitch strike, followed by a pulled ground ball to short for out number 1. B. Buck, who started off the season very hot, has been struggling as of late, batting .357. He's 0 for 2 today. Takes a first pitch ball. Ball outside, now 2-0, falling behind against Buck, and now 3-0, was way out of the zone. And there's ball 4. 4 pitches and a walk. B. Buck, nice at-bat there as he was able to see the ball really well. And now the winning run is on first base with 1 out for Braden Sorelli, and Bash Lowry gets pulled for Bailey East. Bailey East, a mountain of a woman there. Great accuracy. Has stimulated but not activated. That ball gets grounded to second base. Chirp Wallace gets the lead runner at second, but it's going to be a fielder's choice as Dalton Babshishin comes up. Braden Sorelli able to leg that one out to reach first. So now the winning run is on first base with 2 outs. And Dalton Babshishin sends that one into right field, and Braden Sorelli has to stop as it was a very shallow base hit. And so runners on first and second. Winning run in scoring position for Tony Centercut. 1 for 3 with a single today. He struck out in his last at-bat, and he is looking for a fastball. Bailey East has to be very careful. 4-seam and a slider. And gets the off-speed pitch there. 0-2 count, and Tony Centercut strikes out looking against Bailey East, of all people. And we're heading to the top of the 8th, folks. The longer this goes, the less confident I feel about it. We just squandered a perfect opportunity with the top of our order up. And now Colton Ryan, who's been pitching really well. We'll see the 9-1-2 hitters for the Marauders. And 2-1 count here for Bradshaw. Takes a strike, so it's 2-2. And Colton Ryan will get the grounder to second base. Braden Sorelli will toss it to first for out number 1. It looks so weird seeing him at second base, but he made the play there. Musty Acevedo is how the announcer just said that. Contact versus righties at tier 2 activated in this situation against Colton Ryan. Colton pitching really well. Gets ahead 0-2 and gets him swinging, but he makes contact there, fouls it back, and it's a 1-2 count. Acevedo has gotten 2 base hits, and then he swings at that pitch, drops out of the zone, and B. Buck is able to get him out at first base. There's out number 2, and now Marcel Vincent, 0 for 2 with the walk today. We'll look for an outside pitch or a bad ball to hit, and locked in, Colton Ryan has to be careful. Gets a dropping strike in there. That ball drops too much and falls out of the zone. And that ball hit right to Saul Ferguson at short. Tosses to first, out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th, so 2 innings of extra innings here. And we'll see Caroline Dealer get her first at-bat of the day, and she is yet to get a hit on the young season. We'll see what she does here. Looking for a fastball. Gets the off-speed slider there. And takes a ball high. And that ball pulled, but right to Havoc Sandman for out number 1. Elias, just end this already. Please just end this. 0 for 3 today. Bailey East just cruising so far. And there it is, fastball. Deep right center field. Is it going to get up and I? Oh my God, just over the wall, and Elias Hensley ends it with a solo home run to right center field just on the top of the wall. And the Outlaws win. Oh my God, 8 innings we go. And we were able to finally fend off the Marauders. They just would not give up. 2 runs on 7 hits for the Marauders and 3 runs on 9 hits for the Outlaws. This was an ugly game. There's no way to sugarcoat this. The offense of the Outlaws has been abysmal, and I'm so tired of watching them struggle. Chirp Wallace with a solo home run early in the game. Havoc Sandman with an RBI base hit to give the Marauders a 2-0 lead, which definitely looked like it was going to be enough in this one with the way that Esparza was pitching. And then the Outlaws ended up waking up at the perfect time. We saw Ferguson score on a triple from Braden Sorelli, and then a base hit following that from Babshishin got us 2 extra innings. And then luckily we saw Elias Hensley wake up his bat as he gets that home run to win it in walk-off fashion. Oh, I'm so freaking frustrated with this team. Pitching wise, we saw Esparza go 3 2/3, giving up only 3 hits and striking out 3. But she got we worked the offense, or we worked her pitch count up quite enough to get us to move into Gertie Vaughn, who pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and 1 walk, giving up or striking out 3. Bash Lowry pitched well, 1 2/3, giving up 2 hits and a walk and striking out 2. And then Bailey East gets the loss. She gave up that solo home run to end the game in walk-off form. Madden Zimmerman did not go as deep as you would have liked. He also allowed more base runners than you would like. He ended up giving up 6 hits, 1 walk. He gave up a solo home run and 2 earned runs total. He struck out 1. Dane Rollins pitching well, went 2 1/3, giving up getting 3 strikeouts, no runs allowed or base runners allowed. And then Colton Ryan, really proud of him. He went 2 1/3, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. Great job. He gets the win. It's gonna go Braden Sorelli, Mara Esparza, and then Elias Hensley is their 1, 2, 3. And the Outlaws finally get their second win here in Game 6 of the season, and it has been really tough to watch. Who do I give this to? I guess Crisp. I'm not really caring about these loyalty decisions right now because the team's not going to look the same in the last season. We'll give it to Red Nielsen. He is not a cornerstone player like Alex is. And that's it for that. Sim ahead to the next game. We are 2-4, sitting in 3rd place. Only 2.5 back of the Burners, who have lost 2 in a row, to make them 5-2. And we're not all the way out of it, but man, it is so frustrating to watch this team struggle the way that they have been. What has happened since the last game ended? A development chance for Dane Rollins. We saw the Scroungers sign Aromatisse Hendricks, replacing Cheville Spencer. We see -6 fielding for Dane Rollins. I'm okay with that, even though it drops him to a B+. Actually, this benefits him. He still pitches just as well, and he's no longer considered an ace, so Ace Exterminator won't play up on him. Colton Ryan with some development chances. -7 power for Kellen Kirk, don't care. Catherine McKinney, somebody we were watching, just lost 6 power. So that's unfortunate. And let's see, development. So our decision was, I don't think I'm going to do this one for Colton Ryan just yet. Our decision was between Justice Cologne and Cannon Avery. I don't necessarily like developing Cannon with him being kind of a fill-in guy. But 25% chance to lose Noodle Arm is really tempting. Justice Cologne here would get 1 speed, 1 fielding, 1 arm, and then a chance for more speed and more fielding, which I think only helps her. Gets to 90 speed by default, and a chance to get to 93 speed is pretty tempting. Would also give us enough money. I don't think we could afford this one yet, but it would leave us with some more money for other development, where Cannons really just depletes everything we have. So I think I'm going to do this one for Justice, and Cannon, I'm sorry, but you're just going to be a casualty here in the cap department. So Justice Cologne, 1 speed, 1 fielding, 1 arm, chance for more speed, does not get it. Chance for more fielding, she will not get that either, but she improves a little bit. She is now an A+ for us. I've been really hard on Justice Cologne. She's had some boneheaded at-bats through these couple of years, but she has overall been one of our better producers. in her time in the Chem Lock League, so I need to be a little bit less strict with her. Colton Ryan, I would consider this one if it's still available next time, depending on what else might become available to us. And that brings us to Game 7, which will be Game 2 of the doubleheader. We will be facing off against Jasmine McSticks, who has beat us up in the past. Marentz Shaw will go on the mound for us, and I just hope our offense can just finally sort things out. Let's see what it looks like for the next game out. They still don't want Dalton Babshishin, and there's no reason for me to keep pulling him. I honestly think I like Saul Ferguson in the game versus Cannon Avery. Saul has been hitting decent. Ramon Lee will come back to play short. After a game off, we'll see what he does. Braden Sorelli will get back into right field and first in the lineup. Babshishin, I will keep at 2. We had Tony center. We had Rock Quintana at 3. Let's flip-flop these a little bit. Let's go Tony, Elias, Rock, Justice, Ramon, Saul, and Buck. That's what we'll do for the next one out for Rince Shaw in Game 2 of the doubleheader against the Marauders, who brought us all the way into the 8th inning in this first game, and they're going to try and figure out what they can do to get us back in this one. So we'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see you next time out, and have a great one. Bye, everyone.